All right, Miss Councilor Kavanaugh, are you still representing the state? Can you come forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll get this ball rolling. Officer Graver, how long until you got that docket?
That's
All right, that's fine.
Thank
All
you.
right, are y'all prepared with your opening statements?
The doors for me. I gotta go do a sale call.
2 minutes, please.
Council?
Yes, I'm good.
2 minutes, if I may.
All right, yes, ma'am.
Uh,
I've got the wrong call sign here. I'm not. Must have been a thick American accent.
it will not matter.
Okay.
Just make sure yours is in there. Mm. Is the evidence available in the docket yet? Sorry, to be pester.
Well, I'm just finishing the statement of facts. Couple more minutes.
Hmm. Where's his evidence?
Alright, it's about
Officer
to go now.
Graver, any news?
Yep, I'm just about to upload it all now, so you should see it shortly. I'll let you
Good
know.
deal. When it's uploaded, if the state has any exhibits, we'll go ahead and the state will just submit their exhibits in the court. They'll represent in the court, and I'll approve the exhibits or not, and the same with the defense. And once this doc is posted, it's already been assigned a number, and we'll proceed. State and defense counsel, you're all prepared with your opening statements?
Yes.
Yes, I'm prepared with my opening statement. I'm just still waiting for the evidence, but that is obviously being compiled and everything. So, yep.
Yes,
I'm
that
good
is
to
what
go
I
apart
am
from
also
that.
waiting for.
Okay. Have neither of y'all seen the evidence?
No.
No, not
Okay.
in its entirety.
Okay. Well, I'll give y'all 5 minutes after the doc is posted to review the evidence, and we'll proceed forward. So 5 minutes from the post, and I'll announce that as well when the post is made.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, it's been uploaded.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that is the wrong tab. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow. Tony the Prince. My heart is happy. Um. No. Um. You see how the panther is coming to deep?
Okay, we're going to begin. Good morning. My name is Magistrate Judge Doc Killard. This is my very first trial to preside over, and I'm very happy to do it in front of these two counselors.
Oh my god.
I know y'all's names very well.
Oh, you can see
I'll
it
be presiding
right
over
there.
this case. This is 2024 CM 044, the State of San Andreas versus Ramsey Jones and Milo Lim. Before we begin, I'm going to instruct the defendants, beginning with Miss Lim, to rise and identify yourself.
My name is Milo Lim.
All right, Miss Lim, please have a seat. And the other co-defendant, please rise and state your name.
Hello. I'm Ramsey Jones.
All right, Ms. Jones, and counsel for the defense. You may have a seat, Ms. Jones. Counsel for the defense, can you please identify yourself?
Yes, I am Mrs. Ella Brightstar. I work for Paxton and Associates.
Okay, Counselor Brightstar, nice to see you. And counsel for the state,
Pleasure.
please identify yourself.
Yes, I am State Prosecutor Sonny De Kavanaugh.
All right, very well to see you as well, Ms. Kavanaugh. Now that the matter of representation has been dealt with, I'm going to inform all the parties of the rules of this court. To begin, the attorneys are expected to maintain a high level of professionalism.
Yes, of
and
course.
will only address this court and not each other. Everyone will maintain a respectful behavior and abide by courtroom etiquette. Everyone attending this trial will respect the authority of this court and comply with all of this court's instructions. All electronic devices, including cell phones and smartwatches, will be turned off or set to silent. No recording or photography is permitted. Conversations should be kept to a minimum and conducted in a whisper so as not to disrupt these proceedings. All hats and sunglasses, of which I see a couple, or any other non-religious head coverings must be removed at this time. Any deviations from these rules, including unseemly behavior, unsolicited outbursts, or any other actions that contravene the statutes governing these proceedings will result in the issuance of sanctions. With the rules established, do the parties have any pretrial motions for this court to consider?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Very well. I want to make it very clear to everyone in this court that I approached the parties prior to this trial commencing to discuss Title 2.2 of the procedures of the court, which states that opening statements are not permitted. I gave both counsel the opportunity to deviate from this rule, and they both agreed, and they will provide opening statements. With that said, the state may approach the podium and begin their opening statements.
I think, Your Honor, I'll be very brief. Hello, Your Honor, and people being imprisoned today. The defendants, Milo Lim and Ramsey Jones, appearing before this court with the simple and this very straightforward charge of the unlawful possession of the Class 1 firearm. The officer testimony and evidence today presented to the court were clearly outlining the guilt of these defendants. The officer stopping the suspected stolen vehicle occupied by the two defendants and the unknown driver, the vehicle fleeing the scene. At some point during the pursuit, the two defendants getting out and being dropped off by the driver, who continued to flee. The police are checking them, searching them, and finding on them each to be in possession of the unregistered firearm. This is clearly the unlawful possession of the Class 1 firearm. That is all.
And Counselor Brightstar, you may proceed with the opening statement.
Hello, Your Honor, people of the gallery. I appreciate everyone taking their time here. I believe that in everything, circumstances, as well as things that occur, do matter. With the justice that is served and the justice that we represent here in the United States, circumstances to become within a possession of any item, let alone anything else, while I understand can be illegal, I also still believe wholeheartedly that the circumstances regarding it should be taken into account. In saying this, it's quite simple, really. These two victims here behind me have been victims of circumstance. That is all.
Okay, Counselor Kavanaugh, you may present your first witness or piece of evidence.
Your Honor, I would like to call Officer Graver to be the witness.
All right, Mr. Graver, please step forward to the witness bench, and I'll swear you in. Please raise your right hand, and would you like an oath or an affirmation?
An oath.
Okay, please be sure you're speaking up. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you may be seated.
Thank you.
Hello there, Osifar driver. Can you please for the court your name and your rank for the record?
Yeah, my name is Officer Matt Graver. I am an officer within the Los Santos Police Department, badge 250.
Okay, thank you for that. Do you recognize the defendants today?
I do.
And from where are you recognizing them?
This would be from the traffic stop that happened earlier today.
Ah. Can you describe this traffic stop for the court?
Yes, so I was traveling westbound on Vespucci Boulevard. It's just at the intersection just before Power Street. I was stopped at a red light when a vehicle in my rear was a blue Buffalo SX. My rear plate reader flagged this vehicle was wanted for Grand Theft Auto. It pulled up in the right lane, taking a right turn onto Power Street. At this point, I followed the vehicle, radioing for additionals, and waited for them to arrive before initiating a traffic stop. Units arrived. This was on Palomino Avenue. We were facing northbound. Activated my lights and sirens and took down the vehicle. I then approached the vehicle, made contact with the driver, identified myself as an officer, and then asked to see any form of ID, preferably a driving license, to which he was unable to provide anything, and was also hesitant to provide his name. So it was at this point I thought it was best to get him out of the vehicle, onto the sidewalk to carry on the conversation.
Okay. Did you have clear visual into the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. You could see the driver?
Yes.
Where were the driver's hands at the time of the traffic stop?
They were placed on the steering wheel.
Did you happen to see any weapons, guns, knives,
No.
grenades? Nothing like that?
Nothing like
Okay.
that, no.
Could you see the defendants in the car?
I could, yes.
Did they appear to be looking nervous or scared?
Objection. That's speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
Based on your observations of the defendants in the car, how did they appear?
So I perform a lot of traffic stops as part of my job and, daily practice. And from what I witnessed, my observations, nothing out of the ordinary. They looked calm, relaxed, patiently waiting for the
Objection.
traffic
That's still
stop to...
speculating. It's a speculative answer. He's speculating that they looked fine. How does he know what my clients look like when they're fine, or when they're nervous, or when they're upset? That is a speculation.
Counselor Kavanaugh, you have a rebuttal?
I would say the experienced officer encountering many people could see a wide array of emotions, body language.
Counselor Starr?
And everybody's the same, are they? Or these ladies are the same as others that he's encountered? He knows that for a fact, does he? Okay. On the first time that he's ever met them.
Can the state please repeat the question?
I say based on his observations, how did the defendants appear in the car?
the defendants appeared to be...
The witness will stand by for a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'll overrule the objection based on it's based off of his observations. So the objection is overruled.
Happy for me to proceed.
The witness is permitted to proceed, yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so from my observations, both the passengers were sitting in the car calmly, no signs of agitation, kind of like, small tics or anything like that, just patiently waiting for me to conclude the traffic stop.
Was anybody in the car crying?
No.
Okay. Did you be hearing any
Objection, that was relevance?
Ms. Kavanaugh, do you have a rebuttal?
Crying would be a sign of distress.
Counselor Starr?
I shouldn't need a rebuttal. It's still irrelevant whether she was crying or whether she was not. It's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant.
What the fuck?
Okay, I'm going to overrule that objection.
Thank you.
Please continue.
Did you be hearing any comments or words from the vehicle?
From the suspects? Oh, sorry, the two passengers?
Anybody in the car?
The first thing I heard was from, it'll be Milo Lim. It was a comment after I'd said about ordering the driver out of the vehicle onto the sidewalk. I had the comments, or we can dip. To my understanding, that was to suggest that the driver should make off.
And what did happen after you hearing this comment?
The driver immediately took off.
About how long after, or we can dip, did the vehicle take off?
No more than 5 seconds, if probably 2-3 seconds.
Thank you. Let me see next question. So what happened after the car leaving?
So once the vehicle made off, officers pursued. It was quite a lengthy pursuit. To my estimations, around 20 minutes. We did actually receive a 911 call. This would have been from Ramsey Jones. Dispatchers notified us that they said, I'm the passenger in this blue car, he won't stop. I myself, I was at the front, primary of the pursuit, and I did hear an individual from the vehicle request that they were let out of the vehicle. Again, this was around after 20 minutes of the pursuit. A few more requests I did hear as well after that, and eventually the vehicle did pull over on Horwick Avenue and let both of the two ladies out.
Okay. This they would like to enter into evidence the 911 call from Ramsey Jones. It does not have exhibit number. Apologies, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any objection? That'll be posted on the docket. It's
No,
labeled
Your Honor.
911 call from Ramsey Jones.
The 911 call is fine to be submitted into evidence.
Okay, the court recognizes that it states Exhibit A.
Okay, let me label A. Oh shit. Okay, perfect. Let me see. Prior to this pursuit or traffic stop, did you have any 911 call dispatch about any kidnapping?
No, I've confirmed this, ran this back for dispatch, and there were no previous 911 calls to that one I've just mentioned prior.
And how long into the pursuit do you recall this 911 from Ramsey being placed?
That I can't confirm. It was just dispatch that confirmed that with me after the pursuit.
Okay. Were there any other subsequent 911 calls?
No.
Okay. How did the defendants come to be into custody?
So they were let out on Horwick Avenue. I stopped and asked other officers to carry on pursuing the Buffalo that made off again westbound. Detained both of the defendants. Just to explain that, you were in the vehicle, so going to be searching you. They didn't seem to have an issue with that. I first searched Ramsey Jones. A firearm was found. There was no mention that the firearm was on her or that it was unregistered to her. I seized this. I then approached Milo Lim. Again, same thing, searched. Milo did make me aware before searching her that the firearm was on her, but there was no comments that it had been handed to her or it wasn't hers. Again, this was seized, and then they were both placed into the back of my vehicle.
Okay, thank you. When you are taking them into custody, did they be saying anything else?
It was only after I'd mentioned that they were found with weapons that weren't registered to them that these weapons were handed to them by the driver, that they were forced to take them.
Okay. Your Honor, the state would like to enter into evidence the firearms.
So all three exhibits?
Yes.
Counselor Starr, do you have any objections to that?
No, Your Honor. The weapons can be submitted in. That's fine.
Okay, these will be labeled as State's Exhibit B, C, and D, respectively. Firearm 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. At the time you're taking them into custody, was anybody crying?
Objection. Relevance.
Wha-
We're going back to this crying thing. There's no relevance to this.
Counselor Kavanaugh?
The state would assert that the symbol emotion of crying would indicate distress.
Not always. You can't just assume that.
Counselor Starr, I do not solicit a response. Please address the court and not the other counselor, please.
I know.
I will provide you an opportunity now to address the court in a rebuttal.
Again, it can't be assumed that crying is the only means of distress. And again, it's not relevant whether she was crying or not. Nothing has come up about anything of... I don't even know where this line of questioning is going.
Okay. Counselor Kavanaugh, are you asking him at the time that they were taken into custody if they were crying?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to overrule the objection.
Officer Graver, can you describe the demeanor of the defendants when you are taking them into custody?
Objection. Speculation. Asking him to speculate on the two ladies on how their demeanor is and how they feel. Again, I'm going to call for conclusion.
That you're objecting that they are asking for a conclusion?
No, I'm calling for a conclusion to her questioning because honestly, this line of questioning is going nowhere. It's completely irrelevant and the facts are not in evidence.
Counselor Kavanaugh, do you have a response to her objection?
Yes, Your Honor. Again, the experienced officer encountering many people that have been kidnapped or taken hostage, could see visible signs of somebody being kidnapped or hostage.
Your Honor,
Yes, counsel.
the facts are not in evidence.
Okay, I'm going to overrule the objection on the relevance, the speculation. The counselor asked her to describe the demeanor. That's soliciting the witness to describe his firsthand experiences. To address your conclusion, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you address that, counselor?
Calling for a conclusion to the line of questioning, why the line of questioning is even happening. There's no reason that these questions even need to be asked.
What? What do you mean? You are asserting that they were
There's
kidnapped.
got to be a conclusion to this line of questioning, right? There's no conclusion.
What do you mean? Do you
Okay,
wish for me to stop?
Ms. Kavanaugh, do you have a response to her calls for conclusion?
I don't understand what she is talking about.
Counselor Starr?
I can't even respond to that because without... I'm sorry, do we all take the same bar exam?
Okay, this court is going to admonish Counselor Starr for that comment. The objection is overruled.
Oh my god.
The state will proceed with their questioning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me see that. By the way, the state would like to enter into evidence the traffic camera notification with the vehicle details indicating that it was reported stolen. That is the
Sure,
PC
any-
for the stop.
Is there any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
One last question for Mr. Graver this time.
Hang on,
Mr.
Counselor. The evidence will be admitted as State's Exhibit E.
Okay.
You may continue.
Um. Yes, just quickly. Did you check the weapons license status of either defendant?
Yes, I checked for both. Checked our database that holds all records of driving licenses, firearms licenses, etc. No firearms licenses returned for either of them.
Let me just check my questionings. He sorted them. Finding no gun license. No the guns on them. No further questions.
Okay, Counselor Starr, you have the opportunity to cross-examine the witness.
Oh, she is so mad. Look at her arms crossed. Look at her. She's so mad.
Hello, Officer Grace.
Hello.
Okay, so Sonny here asked you about the
She
driver's
is
hands.
so mad.
You expressed to me down in the cells that you didn't see where his hands were, you weren't sure. But now you know exactly where they were.
Yeah.
Are you saying that things are more clarified now?
Yes. Yeah. Once the whole, I think it was yourself that mentioned it. The adrenaline wears off, and you get time to process exactly what happened. I was able to recollect the facts. Yes, and the driver's hands were on the steering wheel.
And you've been a part of many scenes where adrenaline and stress has been, heightened.
Yes, of course.
Sonny did touch on your professionalism and how much you are an officer of the law, and I must say, while I do appreciate everything that you guys do. So, in saying that, are you saying that every officer responds to a stressful situation in the same way?
Objection, Your Honor. This is not relevant.
It was exactly in her line of questioning, Your Honor.
No, it was not.
The relevance, so the objection is for relevance. Counselor Starr, what is your rebuttal?
This was in her line of questioning. She was asking about how he's a seasoned veteran and how he knows how people are going to respond to certain situations and how stress and anxiety should hit people. Was that did that not happen?
I will take that as a rhetorical question. However, are you attempting to clarify the witness's statements that he made to you in the cells?
That was the first one, yes.
Okay, I will overrule the objection for now.
I can't speak for how other officers will react. I only know how I will react, and I know what our policies are and what we have to do to conduct a traffic stop.
Okay. So you understand that some people get upset, some people don't get upset, some people don't say anything at all when they're stressed.
Would these be those on the receiving end, or are you talking about officers?
Either side. Either side. You've encountered both criminal, even civilians.
Can you repeat the question, please?
And you've seen how many people have been stressed and how they deal with their anxiety and stress and the adrenaline of each job, how it affects them in each different way, being upsetting or being silent or anything like that. Is that correct?
I'm listening.
In terms of the suspects we pull over, there is a varied response.
I'm going to
being
get in
pulled over.
trouble.
Yes, some are angry, some are complacent, happy, compliant. Yeah, a varied response.
Perfect. Excellent. And what about some of... I need to ask, have you attended many robbery scenes before with hostages?
I have,
hostage
yes.
negotiations? Perfect. So,
I'm not going to.
and have you managed
Excuse me,
to?
what was the answer?
Yes,
He,
I have.
he
Okay.
has.
All right,
He
continue.
has. And you've obviously seen many hostages and been there when the criminals have either been taken away or removed from the scene.
That's right, yes.
Okay. And are you saying that every single hostage has reacted the same way to each scene?
They all appear to be pretty shaken up. Glad that they've made it out safe and sound, not being harmed. But kind of, you know, they're shook.
That's not in
Okay.
evidence. Objecting.
Excellent. Are you saying some people can't be silent because of all of that?
Well, when it's me who's, you know, say a hostage has been handed over
it's
to.
just a simple yes or no question. Are you saying that people can't be silent when they're stressed or anxious or just been involved in a stressful situation, such as having a gun pointed at them?
Can you rephrase the question in a positive way?
Are you saying that people can't be silent when they're stressed or upset?
Objection. Speculation.
That's not speculation, Your Honor. That's asking him a simple yes or no question. If people can be silent when they're upset, he's seen many people.
I think the question can be better phrased. I'll sustain the objection.
Oh my god, she's going to be so mad.
Okay. Okay. Then, when you've gathered these people from hostage situations, have they been crying or angry or silent? Have you had all of the above?
Some have been frustrated, but it's mostly relief that I hear and observe.
Mhm.
It's relief that, again, that they've made it out safe and sound and that they've not been harmed.
Perfect. Okay. And you said you took these ladies into custody, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And did they, at any point, have any weapons in their hands?
No.
Okay. And they didn't tell you they had weapons on them? They did
Not
not say
initially.
anything like that?
Not initially, no. It was only until I went to search Milo Lim that they made me aware they had a firearm on them.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, in the pursuit, you said that there was some something said from the car. Now, can you reiterate what you mentioned?
Yes, certainly. So this was after the driver had failed to identify himself. I'd
No,
ordered
no,
him
no.
to
I'm
step out the
talking about the
vehicle.
chase. The chase. I asked about the chase when you were pursuing them.
Oh, that what I heard from within the car.
Yes.
It was something along the lines of, "Can you let me out?" or "I'd like to get out."
Okay. Perfect. And can you tell me how many times you heard this?
I believe it was about 3 times. One initially,
Okay.
and then there was a bit of a space, and then 2 more times.
Okay. And were you right on the suspect's butt that you could hear them that entire time?
At the times I did hear him, I mean, I was pretty close the whole time.
Yeah.
Some points closer than others, but yeah, again, I only heard them, I think it was about 3 times.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. That's it for the question.
Your Honor, brief redirect, please.
Yes, Counselor.
I will be quick. For the court, let me see. Evidence B through D, who are these weapons registered to?
So, with reference to the exhibit numbers or letters, B and C are unregistered to no one, and D is registered to a third party.
None of
That'd be
them.
someone else.
None of them registered to either defendant.
No.
Okay. I'm going to try this. It will be object. For the purpose of the court, do you mind? Are you able to articulate for the court, so to speak, acting out, the things you're hearing from the court during the pursuit?
Acting them out?
Yes.
Alright. To what? 'Cause you want me to, like, kind of repeat what they said?
Yes.
Okay, as far as I recall, the first time was, can you let me out? Or I'd like to get out. Second time, I think it was something like, please, can you stop the car? I'd like to get out. Again, it was all similar things. Can you stop the car? Let us out.
Okay, no further questions. Just one more, if I may. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more. At any point in time when they are saying, I want to get out, please let me out. Did you ever hear them say, help, police?
No.
Or anything like that?
No.
Okay, no further questions.
Objection. That's relevant. That's irrelevant. Okay. May I ask some more questions, Your Honor?
You objected to the last question? Is that correct, Counselor?
And there was no relevance to the question, Your Honor.
Okay, and the last question, if I have it correctly, was at any point when they said, did you ever hear them say, help police?
I just don't see the relevance in that question. And also there was a 911, so I digress. But...
Okay, I will overrule the objection. And what was it you were wanting to do, Counselor Starr?
I wanted to direct question the witness if possible.
Okay. Do you want to recross him before we move on to direct examination?
Actually, I got one more question for him. Officer Graves, in all your time
Graver.
being in, sorry, Graver, I'm so sorry.
That's okay, no worries.
I thought it was Graves. Okay, Graver. I apologize. In all your time being a police officer, have you ever seen anyone jump out of a car during a high-speed pursuit?
You know, I don't believe I have.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's been a long time, almost 3 years, so it'd be hard to recall.
That's okay. You would imagine
I
though, they
can't
would be
confirm it's
quite
0,
injured by
but-
something like that, though. If I was to jump out of a car at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, 100 miles an hour, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. And defense counsel, you did want to examine the witness, is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay.
But
give me one
if
moment, let me
Sunny has any
finalize my
more that she
notes.
would like to do, yeah.
No, we will not allow that.
No? Oh,
We will not allow any more direct from the state on this witness. Now, does the state have any other additional evidence or witnesses to present?
What label did we give the weapons license? Oh, I will enter that into evidence.
All right, what letter are we at, counsel?
It will be F and G.
yes.
All right, and defense, do you have any objections to those exhibits?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, those are duly recognized by this court as F and G, you said?
It is correct.
Okay. Any other witnesses or exhibits state?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And you are resting your case. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Defense counsel, you wish to direct examine this witness. Is that correct still?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Much obliged. You can proceed.
Thank you. All right, Officer Graver. So we're gonna recount your you said 3 years of being a officer?
It'll be 3 years in March.
Perfect. Okay. And has there ever been circumstances you've come across where someone has thrown another party something else
I don't believe so.
that
no.
is illegal?
No.
Never. Not once in your career.
I've never heard it.
Interesting. Okay. Then also, how's your experience? We know hostage situations
Yes.
can be quite stressful on some people. However, if you are threatened as a person to keep your mouth shut, would you?
So if I was in a hostage's position
If you're in a
and I was
hostage
told to keep my
position,
mouth shut, would I?
correct? Yes.
It would depend on the circumstances and the
Well,
likelihood
there's
of...
been a gun in your face already pointed plenty of times.
Oh, of course, but it depends. Like if we're talking about in a vehicle where the driver's now focused and there's 3 officers around the vehicle,
Well, that's not.
I would feel a bit safer to say something. But then if there were, 1 officer, but then 3
Okay.
guys with
So,
guns, I'd probably be less inclined to say
If we're going to
something.
go into if you want to go into that scenario, then how quick is it to put your foot on the accelerator and drive off?
As
How
what's
quick?
there, an officer pursuing or
Anybody? Any? No, you said there was 3 officers there, correct?
That's right, yes.
So how quick is it for them to for the person, the driver, to put their foot down to the floor and drive off from those 3 officers that were there? How quick?
I assume
Objection.
a few.
This is speculation.
Okay, the question was, how quick is it to put your foot on the accelerator and drive off? Is that correct, defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Please
We
rebut to the
started
state's
on a bit
objection.
of a we started on a bit of a path here, so we were continuing with it, Your Honor.
All right. Please. So the state has objected to the. What was your
Yes.
objection again, state?
Speculation.
For speculation. Please provide your rebuttal.
Well, it's not speculating as to how quick someone can put their foot on the gas pedal. Not really.
Are you speaking of this situation specifically, or are you asking in general?
He has brought it into this situation, Your Honor. I believe with the reference to the 3 officers surrounding the car. As that is a reference to this particular situation here. I wasn't referencing this particular situation.
Okay, so I'll tell you where my reservations are at. We've gone
Yes.
from talking about hostage situations, which this isn't, at presumably bank robberies, which this is not, and
Correct.
to discussing how quick you can accelerate. I will take the objection under advisement, but I'll advise counsel to remain on topic. We don't need to be discussing hypotheticals for bank robberies and hostage situations at bank robberies. So I'll allow the
Okay.
witness to answer the question,
Well,
but we need
Your
to remain on track. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
So the question was for the witness, how quick would it be to put your foot on the accelerator? You may answer the question.
Well, that's something you could do instantly, but you'd need to switch the engine on first.
okay. I mean, I don't really want to push this any further, so we're not going to push this any further, Your Honor. How quick is it to point a gun at somebody and pull the trigger, officer? In your
Again, it depends
experience.
where the firearm's located, where
Mhm.
you're having to
Yeah.
aim it. You know, it could be, you know,
Yep.
it might be more difficult to aim it into the back. It could be easier aiming it forwards.
Yes, of course.
What
Of
do you want?
course.
A
Everything.
range of seconds, or
Okay. All right. And could you clearly see the driver's surroundings and everything around him?
in terms of like inside the vehicle?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I was up against the door looking in, so I did have a good
Okay.
view.
Okay. So you had a good view, but you couldn't see everything.
I could see what you would see from the driver's side window looking down inwards. From what I saw,
Yep.
there was no firearm.
Yep. No, No, you've answered my question. Okay. So, while you were busy looking at this no firearm that you said, you managed to also assess my client's state of mind. Is that correct? And how they were looking and feeling, even though they were silent in the back seat, as your statement states.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
So, you had time to assess everything in the surrounding, as well as my clients in the back and the other front seat. You had enough time to check all of that and check their mental well-being as well.
Your Honor, this is a leading question.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. How long were you in the traffic stop before he decided to take off?
A few minutes. It was enough to identify myself as an officer.
Perfect. Did you show your badge at all?
I did not know.
Okay. Thank you.
I asked for a driving license. He wasn't able to provide that.
Yeah.
I asked for another form of ID, like a firearms license, a hunting license, skippers, pilots, etc. He said he had a pilot's license. Went digging
Okay.
around for that. Couldn't find it. He goes, "Sorry, I haven't got anything on me." At that point, I went to try and take a name. Again, he was hesitant, and then yeah. So a few
And that
minutes.
was when he took off, right then?
That's when I asked him to step out the vehicle onto the sidewalk. And again,
Okay.
he was hesitant to do that as well.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Do you normally, if someone doesn't have their ID, do you normally just take a name? Sorry, that is foreign to me. I will ask that. Or do you normally need ID?
There's various
I thought
ways
if
we
you
can-
requested. Okay.
Various ways
Sorry.
we can identify people. Some people have a criminal history. To give us a first and last name, we can identify them with a mugshot.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Sorry, that one is actually unknown to me. So, it used to be that you needed your license on you. So, all right. Perfect. That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Counselor Kavanaugh, you can cross the witness if you like.
Yes, please.
And you may approach the podium.
No, I changed my mind. No questions.
Okay. Defense, do you have any pieces of evidence or other witnesses you'd like to call?
Your Honor, all the evidence has already been submitted by the prosecution. So at the moment, we do not have any further witnesses.
Okay, so the defense rests.
And that would be correct, Your Honor.
All right. Title 2.2 of the procedures gives me the authority to ask the witness questions. I will do that. I had a few questions. Let me peruse my notes, and I will present them to you, witness, Mr. Graver.
I am going to.
Officer Graver, I'm going to reference the 3 firearms exhibits.
Yes, Your Honor.
There are 3 firearms. Can you elucidate on all 3 firearms and where they were located when these photographs were taken?
The exact location at the time of when they were photographed.
On whose possession they were?
Okay, so exhibit, I believe the first firearm is B.
Yes,
Is that
firearm
correct?
1. That's correct.
Yes, that would have been found on Ramsey Jones, who I searched first, and then exhibit C and D were found on Milo Lim. Apologies.
All right, those are all the questions I have. Both counsel, do you have your closing statements prepared?
Yes, Your Honor.
2 minutes, please.
Okay. I will go ahead and put this court into recess. We will reconvene at 3:20, 6 minutes from now.
Thank you. And the court proceeding was very clearly being the case of the defendants looking for the.
How was that? Is it okay?
Oh yes, yes it was.
Yeah.
I'm just busy thinking. I have to type on
Okay,
here.
good. All right. Hey.
Being the case of the defendants looking for the
pulled
easy
over a
way out
vehicle for
of the
GTA.
crimes.
There were 2 ladies, the defendants over there. They were in the passenger seats. We managed to, well, they eventually got out the vehicle, and the vehicle carried on fleeing. On them, they had unregistered firearms.
They like surrendered.
Was
straight
not
away.
distressed.
Yes,
But-
they gave up. I told them they were detained, put them in cuffs, searched them, and that's when I found the firearms. Yeah. But they didn't say at any point, you know, hey, he's just giving us guns. He's giving us guns. Get these off of me. Take them away. They kind of just, well, one said nothing, and lady with the white hair said, "Oh, I have got a firearm on me," but that was it.
Not much they can say if they're not going to say anything, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that's. Wait, we've got closing statements still. I might mention that.
On top of that, I wanted to come watch and see what Ella was going to say because questions that she was throwing at you were just like sounded so irrelevant to the case.
Hostage situations, like Jesus, yeah. Did I do okay up there? Did I do okay?
Yeah, no, you didn't fold or anything like that. You
Oh,
you
nice.
stood your ground because you know what she's trying to do. She's trying to overwhelm you with questions.
Oh yeah, no, it's not
Change
gonna
your pace
work.
to throw you off, so then he can cause the thing can get thrown out because of you fucking up.
Yeah.
Just maintain focus on what you need to say and what DJ's told you to do.
Oh, I'm zoned in.
Been up on the stand, but I've seen it.
second time, I think. Yeah. I've won every case so far, so fucking fingers crossed. Closing statements. Found guilty for it, yeah, or yeah. It'd be interesting though, because it will set a precedent about, you know, people just claiming they've been given a firearm.
Spirit, we're watching.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. I think it's important to mention they didn't say anything about, you know, I've got these firearms on me. Get them off of me. I don't want these.
Oh, they didn't say that?
They just kept quiet. Yeah, I detained them, put them in cuffs, said, okay, guys, I'm going to search you. Nothing was said initially. I then went over to search Ramsey first. Said, okay, I'm going to search you. Nothing was said. Nothing was said. It's like, okay. I searched them, found the firearm. Same thing with Milo. Went over. It was only when I said, okay, I'm going to search you now, that she said, I do have a firearm on me. Like, nothing was, you know, if someone had forced you to take guns, you'd be like, hey, please, like, take these off of me. I've been given these guns. There was no panic. Nothing like that. I think that's worth mentioning. It was like business as usual. Like, oh, hey, yeah, officer, I've got a gun on me. Just be aware. Like, you know, whenever we ask any firearms, knives, anything that's going to stick me, poke me, yeah, I got a firearm. And that was only Milo that said that. Ramsey said nothing about guns.
Perfect.
Okay, the court is back in session. Both counsel, are you prepared for your closing statements now?
Yes, Your Honor.
I've been ready, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Counsel Kavanaugh, you may approach the podium and provide the court your closing statement.
Your Honor, the state would like to also motion for the frivolous defense.
Okay, the motion is under advisement.
Oh wait, this is my turn. Your Honor, people present today, thank you so much for your time and patience in hearing this case. Today, we are hearing the case of the two defendants, Milo Lim and Ramsey Jones, having the unlawful and unregistered firearms. The defense today will be wishing to assert and paint them as the helpless victims of a crime. However, the facts and evidence of this case is telling the very different story. Today, this incident is starting out as a traffic stop, an innocent traffic stop of the reported stolen vehicle. During this stop, per the officer testimony, no individuals in this car are appearing to be in any kind of distress. No weapons brandished in the vehicle. The driver's hands clearly visible on the wheel. The vehicle being surrounded by 3 officers of the law. When the officer is directing the driver out of the vehicle, the driver that refusing to identify himself, the passenger and defendant Milo is asserting deep. The vehicle is taking off almost immediately following this suggestion. No 911 calls previous to this traffic stop was noted by the policia or the dispatch, and only after the vehicle was fleeing did the lady Ramsey finally be putting in a 911 call, asserting that they were the passenger of the vehicle. It would not stop. Not help, not I'm kidnapped, I'm the passenger. The vehicle they pursuing from the traffic stop that the defendants was occupying did eventually be stopping, allowing the defendants to exit the vehicle. At the time they were detained, they were searched. Neither defendant at this time are saying anything about any kidnapping or being a hostage at the time of the detainment. They were not appearing to be in any distress, and they are not mentioning anything about a gun being placed on them at the time of the searching. Defendant Milo is even asserting, yes, I have the firearm on my person. It was not until after they learning the weapons was being unregistered that they did be asserting that these weapons were placed upon them. Again, at no point in time did either defendant be asking for help or assistance. Not yelling from the car, help please. Again, the 911 call is stating, I'm the passenger in this blue car. He won't stop. I'm the passenger. The evidence and testimony today clearly showing that neither defendant is indicating any signs of being kidnapped or having guns placed on them before the lawful searches. It was only upon the revelation of the charges for these weapons that they did be weaving the web of stories to be being the victim. The state will assert that a gun is not a small thing, especially not the heavy pistols recovered. Not the, I think it was MK2 pistol either. Big guns. Very heavyweighty. This is, it is not possible to not be knowing if a gun was being placed on your person. It will be especially obvious of someone to be reaching across the center console and forcing a gun upon you. And even more obvious if somebody is reaching into the back seat of a vehicle, forcing a weapon upon you. But at the time of their detainment, no mention of any weapons being placed on their person. No signs of distress. No mention of kidnapping. This court proceeding today was clearly being the case of the defendants looking for the easy way out of the crimes. The state will be thanking the officer for his diligent actions to be upholding public safety by getting the dangerous weapons off the street. Unlawful possession of the Class 1 firearm is the possession of a Class 1 firearm without a license. Neither defendant at the time of arrest or searching being in possession of these weapons was having the firearms license. It was not before or following the incident that they have the license. Also,
Your Honor, I'm sorry. She needs to stop raising her voice so high.
what? Am I being too passionate, Your Honor?
Is she loud for you, counsel?
Not just for me, Your Honor.
Okay.
It seems to be raising the voice in some parts, which gets to be the point of almost shouting.
Okay. Counselor Kavanaugh, just kind of step away from the microphone there just a little bit.
Okay.
This courtroom does have AV issues.
I'll be way over here. Is this better for the defense?
Your Honor, really? Are we in?
I'm trying. Is the issue she's too close to the microphone, or is the issue her tone of voice that you're taking
And
with?
how she's acting right now, like a school child.
What?
Okay, I'm trying to identify the issue. Is the issue
She walked away and she's like, "Is this good enough?"
I
What-
understand that issue.
Well, I'm
I just
asking
don't
for
wanna get into it during the
clarification.
closing statements,
Okay.
but
No,
it-
it's
is
fine.
the
I've
is
been
the
trying to listen. It's fine. It's fine. It'll all be dealt with after. Don't worry.
Well-
okay? So is the issue her being too close to the microphone, or is it her tone of voice that you don't appreciate? I need to know which one so I can make a decision on what I need to do with her.
Your Honor, it's both. It was both.
Okay.
First, it was how loud she was getting in some of her speech, and then she decided to walk away and act like this.
Okay, counselor, you can approach the microphone. Don't get too close to it. This courtroom is known to have bad speakers, so you may approach the podium. Just be careful.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Can people still be hearing me? I'm almost done.
We can hear you.
Perfect, where was I? On neither defendant having the firearm license before or following this incident. Also, unlawful possession of Class 1 firearm, being in possession of the Class 1 firearm not registered to the person. No weapon secured as a result of this incident was being registered to either defendant, with one weapon even being registered to an unidentified third party. The state again will assert that this case is baseless. The defense today was being the waste of the court time. As such, the state again will be motioning the court for the frivolous defense. That is all.
Nice fucking job. That was sick.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Counselor
That was so
Starr,
good.
you'll have the opportunity to present the
My
court
God,
your
she's so
closing
mad
statement
at
as well,
me.
please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, man, that was articulated very well.
Your Honor and people of the gallery. While this case
Right, let's hear this.
has quite the facts to it, there's quite a bit that is missing too. There's quite a lot that wasn't said, and what goes unsaid is usually the most powerful thing.
If it should have been said, you should
We
have said
know
it in court.
That they were in the car. What we don't know is the actual state of mind or how people respond, how people have reactions. Everybody reacts differently to a hostage situation. Myself, it doesn't faze me. I've been a hostage in many. Now, I've also been thrown shit before by other
She's
people.
projecting.
It happens. And while I understand that sometimes shock can take a lot out of some people, including their words and including the right state of mind. Sure, they didn't say help, but what are they going to say help to? Help to what? In a 100-mile-an-hour car? The best thing that they can do is tell the driver to stop, which was said multiple times according to the officer's testimony. Not to mention there was also the 911 call, regardless on whether it states that there's a passenger. I could be the passenger, but I could still be a hostage.
If you are having
Frivolous
time to
defense,
call
well,
911, say I'm the
Well, I
passenger, why not
understand
say I'm
that is
kidnapped,
something
help
that's,
me?
It's become quite a common thing. Again, circumstances are relevant. How people come into possession of things is relevant. Whether they have the opportunity is relevant. And how quick it is to pass something off to the next person, stop the car so somebody can get out at that first opportunity. Which is what
This is not
happens.
relevant. Nothing is
My
relevant.
clients here surrendered themselves peacefully, put their hands up, and there was no problems.
Why would he give him the guns
They
in the
felt a
first
little bit
place?
safer.
I have no idea.
In saying
Because
that,
he did not.
they still didn't feel safe enough until they were back at PD. Being new to the state, I'm sure it's quite daunting for them. They hadn't even left the area close enough to the airport from getting their clothes before they were taken hostage. That is all, Your Honor.
God, you thought about putting some like sad music behind that? She's saying that.
Okay.
It's dramatic, man.
the court does have a motion to consider, and that's the motion for to enact the frivolous defense.
Wait,
the state
wait.
has.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. We'll talk about that in deliberation because there's a process for it.
Okay, yes, sir. That is Chief Justice Clarkson. He is very astute in the law, and I'm just a magistrate judge. I was hired a few days ago, and again, like I said, it's been my privilege to serve on this case. So now that the closing statements have been completed, this court will go into recess for we'll give it about 15 or 20 minutes.
That
So we'll
would have
come back
been
at
relevant.
about 3:45 or so. I've been pretty quick to come.
She did not argue that.
At the times that I've told everyone to come back. So don't expect this to happen. It may take a long time, it may take not so long. So just give me some time. I'll review the case law on frivolous defense, and I'll consider everyone's arguments, and then we'll proceed from there. So please just give me some time. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me this is like these court sessions are recorded. I need to get like a little clip of you like doing your little thingy statement, and I can
Oh
just
my
have
god,
that
I
playing
think
and
they
like.
are. I think they are.
Nice, because I want that playing in my center console when I'm out patrolling doing highway patrol.
Jeez,
I
Sonny got a
think
bit sassy there.
She
I'll just
got
have it playing on
upset
repeat.
with me.
Hmm?
I asked him if it was better. I'm not
pushed
trying to
the-
be
you pushed-
offensive.
You pushed the wrong button.
I guess so. I push all the wrong buttons. She's very upset with me. Listen, he's starting the sales. She acting like I am incompetent. She telling me I am the psychiatrist. And I'm like, I don't care. And then she come over here and say, do you know what the pretrial diversion is? Asking me, like, of course I know. But I look at her. She talked to me like I'm the child. I said, no, I have no idea what is a pretrial diversion. And I tell her clearly no many times, do the pretrial diversion. And then we go over to the judge. And she tell the judge, the state is contemplating the pretrial diversion. Not contemplating. I already said no. She's trying to be sneaky there.
Sneaky.
I'm very upset.
No, well, I just wanted to come out and say, you're doing a wonderful job. Just
Oh my god, thank you.
It sucks to see that someone wants to act sort of, childish when you've pulled that out of the hat and she didn't like it. That's for sure. I reckon that's what she was hoping, that you didn't pull that out and the case was thrown out. So
I don't understand how she was saying it was not relevant if they were looking upset or crying. They were asserting that is their defense. They were
I
kidnapped.
said something back there, and I don't regret saying it.
Wait, what did you say?
I said you're irrelevant, Ella.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm a bit rude.
I don't
No,
understand how that is not relevant. Your entire defense is they were kidnapped. These weapons forced upon them. At no point in time.
Well, I'm sorry. Wouldn't you say from the get-go that these guns were planted on us instead of waiting for this time to come around? Yeah.
The one lady even saying there is being the gun on me.
She said it like it was business as usual. Like, hey officer, yeah, I've got a firearm on me.
Not? Oh my
Just
god,
mind
this
yourself
gun
when you're
is
prodding
placed
around in
on
my
me.
pockets.
Shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This court will
shit.
be briefly back in session. I do want to consider the first of all, is both counsel here?
Yes.
And
Yes, Your Honor.
how is the defendant on the ground? Please stand and have a seat.
I think she was oh no, she's okay.
Okay.
She was taking cover for recess. I think she was a little bit worried because last time you said it was the storm.
I did.
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah.
I've been subject to an earthquake recently, and those aren't fun. So,
No.
yeah, it shook my house pretty well, or shook my apartment rather. And I happen
That's scary.
to live at Eclipse Towers on the very top. So, but I wanted to bring the matter of the motion the state presented for frivolous defense. I would like to offer the defense counsel an opportunity to rebut to that motion.
Your Honor, I believe that everything is put out on the table for you when it comes to that motion. While I understand where the state is coming from, again, the facts and how things came to be are relevant within this entire thing. These two ladies here were not receiving justice in the way down in the cells with the officers, so they've taken their chances with the courts. They didn't want to wait 2 weeks, so here we are at a bench trial.
Well, the court certainly appreciates the defendant's rights to due process and ensuring that those rights are
initially.
Protected. The motion is under advisement and will
Oh,
be
that would have
delivered
been useful
with
information
the
to
verdict as well.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll go back and deliberate. Thank you.
Were you
Thank
not
you,
there when
Your
they did it?
know. No, I don't think I was there paying
Oh.
attention. I think maybe I stepped away to talk to the other officer.
Yeah, but then can it? Can that be? I guess it can be used.
Yes, it could have been.
Yeah, they've said it. They've uttered it. Yeah.
I could have asked about that. It is okay. I am the passenger in the car. Not I am hostage. Not 911. Help, please. I can't get out of this car. I'm the passenger.
There's multiple things. Yeah, it's that. It's stuff that they didn't mention. They'd been had firearms forced upon them at their earliest convenience.
Hey, what's a firearm?
Yeah, officer. Yeah, I've got a firearm. Just be careful.
Hey, wait, what's a firearm? Sorry. Oh, you had a fire. Oh, sorry, my bad. Hey, I'd be in the same position as you if I was doing this. I would 100% push the charge for that.
And it's
They're not
also
gonna-
like, why would the driver give them
We could-
firearms?
okay,
Like,
It's
that's
not
thousands
like
of dollars.
It's like we did not like. It's like they think that like we came into this like, oh yeah, we didn't conduct our investigation. We basically just want to, we're gonna press false charges. Fuck off. The fuck, man? What the hell? Like seriously.
I wonder about it. I said, look, I'm not here trying to put you behind bars. I'm just trying to serve justice. That's all. Carry out justice. If you're
But it's
innocent,
like,
I'm not going to
hey,
put you behind bars.
It's like, hey, you conducted this crime, and we're pressing charges because we're pushing these charges because you in fact did it. You did it. There was no buts. You did it. Thank God I don't have to go. Thank God I've never been to fucking court before.
I love court. It is my favorite.
I'm glad you like it.
But who is
Quite
this?
fun.
What is your name?
I definitely don't.
I had another one about hostage taking about a year ago. That was a cool one.
What is your name?
It's Theo. You've probably met me.
Theo?
before.
Yes, I know you don't want to go to court. I tried to get you to go to court, but you said no.
Oh yeah,
It is fine.
that was the time where I had to. I had to leave state for an emergency. Yeah, my bad.
It's okay. That case was dismissed with prejudice.
Oh,
For stupid reasons.
my bad.
I'm still upset about it, but...
My bad.
I forgive you.
You didn't sound convincing.
You will also not have to come to court for Mr. Evans' case. You are welcome.
Yeah, that was weird. I was subpoenaed, but it got denied.
Yes,
Interesting.
but they object. We decide, not necessary.
I guess fair enough.
I wonder, did we post the
I was
Is
rebuttal?
there a vending machine
oh,
outside?
Don't think.
I
so.
believe so, yes.
Is it? Oh. Do you want food? I
Grab
got
a
food on me.
snack. Oh, you got some? I
Yeah, I got
appreciate that. Thank you.
I got a hangry original sandwich. It's got all these. I think it's got hams, like ham, salami. It's got. Yeah, I don't really know what else it's got in
A lot
only-
of good shit.
there.
on here.
Hangry. It was like a truck. It was like a truck that was sitting
Oh
outside.
my
Triple
god,
S.
where's that? Holy, I asked for like a little snack, not a 5-course meal.
I have it. Fucking hell.
I'll have it. Jesus, I'm I'm
Mate,
gonna...
the amount of talking you've done up there, I think you.
I need a drink of water as well. There we go. Oh my god. Much better. Appreciate it.
Not a problem at all.
Let me see what exhibit this would be. Pen F.
Who's Killian?
Chief Justice.
Okay. Sonny, check your messages.
What do you mean check my message? Oh,
Yeah, I think you've already checked your ones. Yeah.
oh, here. I don't know if messages to be checking.
I'm just got in all caps. It's Killian. Tell Sonny to check her text messages.
I did. He not seen me nothing. I don't see any. What?
Alright, I've let him know.
I don't know. Or maybe no, not even there. Where is it?
Alright, he just said, yeah, it's okay.
Eight now is eight.
I don't want to export A.
Can't have been that important.
No, it's fair. Not important. Oh, let me look at Uther. Listen, I am willing to give him time served at this point in time.
So wait, so how long is the sentence?
I don't know. If I get a frivolous defense, it will be twice as long. 50 months and $500. You have this frivolous, otherwise 25 and 250.
Well, I'm interested to hear what the judgment is and kind of what the element is that he came to his decision. Just for future reference.
You see, it will be interesting.
Yeah. It should be an effective way to ditch weapons. Give them to your passengers, drop them off, and say, hey, you forced them upon us. He gets away.
True.
Less chance of, yeah.
How much does the heavy pistol weigh?
Almost, no more than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Do
4 or
you
5,
feel like
4
you
and a
would
half.
notice 4 or 5 pounds extra in your pocket?
No way you would not notice someone placing a firearm on you. Heavy
Would
hunk
you
of metal.
notice somebody pushing a heavy hunk of metal across a center console on your person?
100%.
What about
So
to
if
the
your
back
eyes didn't
seat?
see it, you'd definitely
Also,
feel it.
why the fuck would the person that allegedly kidnapping them be arming them? Wouldn't they just put the guns on him and shoot him? Say, let me out of the car. That would have been a good argument to
Yeah,
make.
well, it's like, yeah, at what point were you given the guns and stuff? Yeah. Oh, hopefully he notices that, surely. You give a hostage the power or like the ability to defend themselves.
What time did he say he would be back? You think I have
He
time to
should be
think
back
about the
now. He
drink?
said 1:45. He said it could be
Shit, I'm
a little less
thirsty.
time or
I
a
want
bit
a
more.
drink. Hmm. Listen, if he come out, tell him I am indisposed. Very important email from grandma.
What? What are you doing? There's no applications. It's like a. I think it's I honestly don't know what the fucking full process is anymore. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
What about this then? I used to be a corporal, right? Went on a bit of an extended leave, back down to officer, worked my way back up. I'm still officer. All right, 3 years almost experience in LSPD. Do I have to get back up to like, was it senior officer, corporal?
Well, you're a senior now, aren't you, or you're officer?
No, I'm just an officer.
Well, you got to become a senior first, and then show interest, because then they once you become a trooper, that promotes you to corporal.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes with becoming a senior then. Hopefully. I've been around. I mean, what, pretty much every day.
Look, man, if you show yourself around, man, it's not going to be an issue. Like, they can't.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. I'm around a lot now, so.
No, I've seen your name popped up a couple of times, so yeah. And when I say that, I mean like seeing you out on patrol. So.
Yeah, so glad to be back.
What are you gonna arc up to? Are you gonna fucking go?
I know, she is so angry. She's so very angry.
Move your limbs a
See
little.
what they say.
Fight.
Huh?
Sonny, do you want me to start chanting fight?
I am not here. I have a plan.
I'm gonna say what they're doing back.
Will do. Will do. Thank you.
My god, this is taking a very long time.
Let me take a look here.
I believe if it still goes to a pre-trial diversion, it still needs to go up on a docket, and there still needs yeah. So
Okay. Liberating or your clients?
I took it to them and see what they.
I am working on compiling it for them.
Yeah, not as of yet. But we did speak about a pre-trial diversion as well, Your Honor. I took it to them and see what they said. So they're currently deliberating on that as well. You just weren't out here. I didn't want to disturb you out in the chambers.
The state's deliberating or your clients?
The state, I believe.
Okay.
I am not worried about it.
Notified them of the option, and yeah, so.
Okay. So what we'll have to do, because this will be tricky, Mr. Graver, let me take a look here.
I believe if it still goes to a pre-trial diversion, it still needs to go up on a docket, and there still needs to be the formal agreement between
That's
us.
correct.
What the fuck? I said no already.
Go ahead and file as much information as you can.
I literally said no as soon as she's saying it. No.
And I'll have the chief assign a docket number. And,
No.
All the evidence will be.
No, I said no twice.
Just so
that
everyone
sounds good.
will have.
I am
access to
still
it. You don't have to
deliberating.
Email each other or text.
No
each other.
deliberating.
No
And,
worries. It's free to be edited later on, and some of the details if need be.
Subject to a motion, yes.
Oh my god, you can hear me
Yeah,
eating
you'll
my
just need a
crunchy
motion to
munch.
add it in,
Very yummy.
but, you know, I don't
Normal popcorn with
see any
peanuts.
problems if you add it
This
in
is like
text.
Cracker Jacks,
So,
but
it's
no
taking
price.
so
Kidding me.
much time, but we will begin once the thunderstorm rolls through. Okay.
There's no
No, that's
deliberation.
fine.
I
Everything kind of
swear to
in
fucking
four
god.
and for six with everything that's going on. So
Okay. Well, I want to give defense as much time as y'all need to prepare. Same thing with the state.
Oh shit.
So just take as much time as you need. I will go ahead and ask both counsel. The procedures of the court do not direct the opening statements be performed. However, I will ask both counsel, do you wish to have opening statements?
Oh yes, Your Honor.
yes, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we will have opening statements. Would you also like closing statements?
Yeah. I'll never say no to my opening and closing.
Okay, very well. We will get that done. And like I said, once the storm rolls through, we'll begin the process. The state, have you made a determination on the first agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. I did make that statement like 10 minutes ago with Lady Bright.
Okay. Is the state considering a pretrial diversion agreement, or are we
No.
going to trial? Okay, so both parties are aware we are going to trial.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. That's all I needed from you, Officer Graver. If you can have that uploaded, and I'll get a docket number assigned to it.
I'm so
And
angry
once
right
the storm
now.
rolls through, well, we'll get this ball rolling. So, all right, y'all are dismissed to go back to your